Hello, good evening, Internet peoples. Well, I have right here in my hand, which I'm trying to put back in the box, make it look as though I have not opened it yet, but I have. But ignore that fact. The Revoltech Hotrodimus figure. It's hardly new. Diancis reviewed it years ago, and basically this is what made me decide I wanted to collect a few Revoltechs, because this guy looks pretty awesome. This little band, this is what the box looks like without it. Hotrodimus! Anyway, you open up the box on these and nothing falls out. They got a I love Japanese packaging. I know I've said that before. It's still true though. In the back, you have the little stand with the extra Revoltech joint that plugs into his butt. Kind of like, if you can see right here on this Valkyrie, it plugs into the butt. Hey, whatever works for them. Take off this right here. Now, let's go over what all's in the package first. You've got a hand going like this, a thumbs up hand, and two trigger hands. And, of course, the closed fist. And you also get what I think is the most unusual part of this is the second head. This is whenever he had like his binocular vision in the movie. Focus. It's not gonna focus. Yeah. It is a very cool looking head. I actually thought I was going to display it with this head, but the more I think about it, the more I think I'm just going to leave his regular two-eyed head rather than the visor head. You know what, this isn't working. I'm going to need to get a display base. Hang on one second. There's my desktop, and my actual desktop, the desk of annoying clutter. Looking forward to trying this out. It's a warm gray panel line pen for my Gundams. I had bought some gray Sharpies, but they're almost black. Okay, so anyway, here we have Hotrodimus, and very, very cool looking figure. The only thing I don't like is the way that the spoiler on the back is made. From the back it looks alright, but it really, I don't know, something isn't clicking with it. But still, overall, a fantastic looking little guy. If the hip joints would be molded out of the same, well, actually I think that's painted, it's not molded in that color, but if they'd be orange to where everything blended in better, it'd probably be even better than it is, but it's already very nice. One thing I couldn't understand is why he had the pegs on the back, but the Revoltech joint right here is actually going up and back. The arm is actually pinned onto the Revoltech joint like that. So that's very different. I have a couple Revoltechs, and that's the first one I've seen with that arrangement. I just got this guy from HobbyLink Japan. They were running a sale on him, and I figured, you know, that's enough reason not to procrastinate anymore. Got only slightly less than 9 degrees of motion in the elbows. You know, you can do practically anything you want to do with the shoulders. They do want to pull out slightly whenever you move them. One of my knees is this knee right here is very, very loose whenever you move it. It does have slightly more than 90 degrees. I'd say it's probably about 105 degrees motion, maybe. Not so much in the hips. The hips hit very early when you go to move them. No, even like that, it doesn't really want to balance. So this guy, the legs on this guy are very heavy. It's hard to get him in any kind of pose with a leg up, but that is what the display bases are for. Let me just... I'm not going to put his together, I'm just going to steal the Valkyries. So, you impale him like that, and you can get him into absolutely whatever leg fall off pose you want. I'm going to figure out something to do with that to fix that little problem. But yeah, so that's him. Let's swap out the head right here and let you see just what it looks like with the visor head. That's better. So that's him with the visor face. And I really could have done without the white fade at the bottom of it. It just had it blue. But that's just me. Let's go ahead and swap some parts on. Oh, I forgot to show the articulation in the chest. You can take and bring it forward a click like that. And see if I can get this level. Like that. He can bend backwards quite a bit. I don't know for why, but you know he can. And if you can kind of manipulate the... Look at the size of that joint. You can kind of twist it to the side and reassemble it and have him leaned to the side. So there is quite a bit of adjustment. These are not action figures. These guys are posable statues. And if you think of them as such, you'll be very satisfied with them. Because they're incredibly posable if you can adjust the joints to get to the pose you want them to be in. Like I said, this guy right here, the hips are not all that posable. But, yeah, I can deal with it. And here he is with the trigger hands, and I just want to stop for a moment and say, be careful whenever you're removing hands. This is his left hand, and that is the part that goes into the back of the left hand to hold it to his arm, which has come out. I'm about to try and super glue it. I don't know if super glue will actually stick to this stuff though. And here is, I just managed to get this in this pose right here with the two guns, and I just think that this right here is just cool. Right here. Maybe not so much the position of this right here. There, that's better, but for some reason I really like turning and firing with these guys. And I could probably get him in even crazier poses, but I'm pretty happy with this right here. One thing that I just noticed and I'm impressed with, the two gun pistols are completely different molds. And it had been so easy just to throw in two identical pistols, but they are actually completely different. And the last thing I want to show you is just this pose right here. I don't know why, but this pointing finger hand, I just for some reason really like it like this, and I don't know what it's reminding me of, but it does. I actually prefer to have this closed fist right here that broke right there in place of the thumbs up, but I can't find my super glue. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later and try and get this edited to replace the video I just put on private.